Have you ever promised yourself that you will change, but somehow ended up repeating the same patterns? You know what you need to do, you want to grow, but something keeps pulling you back to your old habits? If that is you, stick around, this is for us. Welcome to the Ideal Within. I'm Nikki, and I'm glad you are on this growth journey with me. The Ideal Within is a space where we start with God, we grow intentionally, we reflect and become better with Him. It is also a quiet space to refine yourself without the pressure to become perfect. If this is your first time here, you are right on time. I am your fellow intentional grower, Mickey. If you have been walking this journey with me, I'm glad to have you back once again. Let's begin Intentional Grower. Today, I want to share a truth that changed the way I see growth. The mountain is not outside of you. The mountain is you. While the title echoes Brianna West's book, The Mountain is You, this is not a summary of it. This is my personal reflection of the idea. And yes, I have read Brianna West's book, The Mountain is You. I recommend that you read it too. When I began reading this book, The Mountain is You, the first statement the author opens with is, there is nothing holding you back in life more than yourself. That statement made me to pause and look inward in a way I wasn't expecting. So all this time I've been an obstacle to myself. When we talk about the mountain, we talk about things that feels impossible to overcome. Our fears, our past wounds, the repeated cycles. We often think that the mountain is our background, other people's opinion, bad luck, or lack of opportunity. What if the biggest challenge in your life isn't the world around you, but pieces of yourself or the patterns you haven't recognized yet? Many times, the mountain is often our ego, our avoidance, our fear of change, fear of being seen and judged. Once you realize that there are some patterns in your life, you have to know that those are the mountains that are blocking you from growing. The biggest obstacle between you and the life you want is often the version of yourself that refuses to evolve. That's why I was encouraging you to have a mirror in this growth journey. If you look at yourself honestly today, what patterns will you recognize in the way you think, react, or make decisions? Sometimes we need to look at ourselves honestly in the mirror and have a conversation with the person staring back at us. Imagine that the reflection in the mirror is the version of you that refuses growth, the version that prefers comfort over growth. You have to have an honest conversation with that reflection and say, it's time. We need to come out of this comfort zone. Let's be real. How many times have you delayed doing something important just because you felt unprepared? You avoided speaking up, or you avoided a conversation because you are afraid of offending someone? How many times have you missed opportunities just because of fear of failure or self-doubt? Once you realize that you are the mountain, you also realize you are the climber, you are the solution to those mountains. Let's look at the comfort of staying where you are. Your brain loves familiarity, even if the familiar thing is uncomfortable, is unhealthy. You choose to remain stuck with the familiar rather than moving forward with the unfamiliar. I have seen this happening to a lot of people who have the urge to be in a certain social group, and when they're in that social group, their life is trapped, their life is stuck, they're not moving because they love the familiar. They're not willing to walk with the unfamiliar. You can complain about a situation and still defend it. Many people complain about their jobs. They're being overworked, being underpaid, it is denying them time for themselves. But when you tell them to apply elsewhere or to learn a skill to improve their career, they'll immediately come up with an excuse. Oh, it's not easy. What if I fail? We are the ones who are quick to defend our rotten situation because we prefer that comfort that it brings. We are not ready to face the uncomfortable things. So, in this journey of growth, it is better for you to realize the patterns that are repeating in your life. Those are the things that you need to deal with. You need to journal them in your notebook. I told you to bring a notebook, yes. You need to journal them in your notebook and start facing them one by one. You'll have to look inward, not with hatred but with courage. It's high time we stop pointing fingers. We stop blaming people for our state in lives and take responsibility. When you stop blaming people and you start being responsible, you start facing your fears. It's not easy. That's why I told you we're walking this journey of growth together. The mountain is the things that prevents you, hinders you from growing, hinders you, stops you from what you want to do. Intentional growers, I want you to look at the patterns that are repeating in your life. Those are your biggest obstacles. The mountain is not the enemy. It is your invitation to grow, and that is power. When I began facing my fears, I said I will show up anyway. I will start anyway. It's not easy yet. You'll see small shifts that will start happening. Intentional grower, you need to look at the mountain in your life. If this message spoke to you, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. In the next video, we are going to talk about self-awareness, recognizing our patterns and the triggers. Yes, drop a comment, intentional grower. What's the biggest obstacle in your life? What do you think is your mountain? Share your mountain in the comment section below. I will read every single comment. I will respond to the ones I can. As always, you are the ideal person to rewrite your story. Remember, you are not behind. You are growing.